Buckle up. Literally covered head to toe in glitter. It's absolutely expired. Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Somebody told me on my last video, they left me a comment saying that they always do the "that was super sweet of you" along with me, and I switched it up last time so they couldn't do it exactly along with me because I changed like the speed and the gestures and everything, and I just thought, oh my goodness, how sweet that you do something along with me, because I do that with so many of my favorite YouTubers. So I just think it's so cool that my intro has resonated with some of you. And honestly, I didn't even set out for it to become my intro. I just started saying it like a few videos into my YouTube channel. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. That was super sweet of you. So it's just really cool that you pick my videos, and I genuinely do think it's very, very sweet of you. So I appreciate that so much. But that's not what this video is about. You did not click on this video to find out how much I enjoy you choosing to watch my videos. No, you clicked on this video because you, like me, have an interest in maybe doing a little bit of spring cleaning together and decluttering some makeup with me. I got a lot of makeup that needs to be decluttered right now. My desk is a disaster. I was gonna try to organize my desk in the same video, but honestly, I got so overwhelmed thinking about it, my heart started beating real quick, I started to get real anxious, and I said, you know what, we're gonna save that for another day. So if you really want to see me declutter my desk and like watch me do it, then please let me know. But for now, we're just gonna be talking about makeup I'm decluttering. So if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to do a little spring cleaning declutter with me, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching. It's coming at you right now. Oh my goodness, and this video is extra exciting because I have like a grand variety of things I'm decluttering. We got eyes, lips, face, we got it all. I'm so excited. Okay, ooh, what should we start with? Okay, let's start with eyes. You know, we'll go in order. So the first eye products, can you call them eye products? It's lashes. I'm decluttering these Glamnetic lashes. So Glamnetic actually was kind enough to send these to me. So if you ever see this Glamnetic, I really appreciate you sending these to me. However, I do not like them. But here's the thing, this was a makeup product I changed my mind about, and I actually included this in the first installment of my makeup products I've changed my mind about video. I've done 2 of them at this point. This was in the first one because when I first got it, I did like it, but my main issue, more so than the lashes, was the magnetic liner that came with these, which I've already decluttered that because that was just absolutely awful. Their liquid magnetic liner was impossible to get off your eyes. It had me scrubbing my eyes. Even though I use an oil cleanser, I went in and oil cleansed like twice and did my regular cleanser. It was just so hard to get off. So I've already decluttered the liner, but the lashes themselves are also pretty bad. I thought that I would try to keep the lashes and maybe, you know, find a different magnetic liner or something. But if I'm being honest, the lashes are a little cheap. I should have saved the pieces so that I could show you. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but oops. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but you can see they don't fully touch the end of the magnetic strip here on both sides. That is because the piece that touched over there broke off of both of them, and that did happen pretty immediately. The main reason that I'm so disappointed in these Glamnetic lashes is just because they are really expensive. Like I said, they were kind enough to send it to me. Again, thank you so much, Glamnetic, but I can't in good conscience recommend these to you guys because they're just not worth the price in my opinion. I think they're too expensive and they feel cheaply made. I didn't like the liner that went with them. I don't really like either lash style that I got. I'm kind of over the magnetic craze. I was very interested in it at first because I am someone who's not great at applying false lashes, but I just find that they're very uncomfortable to wear. So as of this point, I'm giving false lashes with glue another try, and hopefully I can make those work because I could not make these magnetic lashes work. So I am decluttering them. Okay, the next eye product that I am decluttering is actually a couple of products. These are some Trestique eye sticks. I think I got these in a FabFitFun box like a couple of years ago. I don't know why I've held on to these for so long. They're cool. They look like little pencils, but like this is the tip, which Trestique does that with all of their stuff. I think it's cute packaging. Unfortunately, I do find Trestique products to be a little lackluster. This is a mini shadow crayon, which is like kind of cool. It's a pretty shadow stick. I'm just not really into cream shadows like that, you know. I don't know how it blends or anything just because like I don't wear cream, honestly. Oh, okay, that kind of seemed like it blended nice. I'm just not really into cream shadow sticks. Maybe I will be someday in the future, but when I am, I don't think it will be this color. And also these are very old. Do they have an expiration date? 3 years. Wow, that's you don't normally see an expiration date that far in advance. So I might be coming right up on the expiration date, but I definitely don't use this one. They also have a like brightening one. They have a shadow stick that you can tell is supposed to be like the inner corner highlight color. Unfortunately on me, it is just not that. This swatches better than it looks on the eye. When you put it on the eye, it does not pack a punch the same way. I mean, I like my shimmers to be super, super sparkly, like seen from outer space. I mean, I'm wearing a multichrome today, and that's pretty much what I like my shimmers to be like, and this just does not pack a punch for me, and it's just, you know, it just doesn't do it for me. So I'm gonna see if my mom wants this, because I feel like she would get a lot of use out of this. But then they sent me this brow pencil, which I loathe brow pencils that look like this. I don't know, can you tell? It's like the triangle brow pencil. I don't know how people use these. People with fuller brows than me probably get a lot better use out of this, because I cannot make my individual brow hair strokes with a triangle shape like this. This also is dried out. Like, what was I saving this for? I don't know. It's super, super dry. I do not like it. I've yet to be impressed by anything with Trestique. I also feel like I only ever see people using their stuff because they got it in either a FabFitFun or a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy or something like that. I got mine, like I said, in the FabFitFun box a few years ago. So I'd love to know if you guys have ever actually purchased something from Trestique, or if you like anything from Trestique, let me know. I'm curious. I'd love to chat with you. But yeah, these are getting decluttered except for the brightener color that I'm giving to my mother. Okay, let's move on to my next eye products, which are really eye/face products. I think they're supposed to be face, but I used to use them on my eyes. They're the Colourpop QT Mark face stamps. Yeah, see, they call them face stamps. I was using them everywhere. Unfortunately, I wasn't using them everywhere for long because I don't like these. So I believe I talked about these in another makeup I changed my mind about video. I like to do those every so often just because first impressions are so difficult, you guys. Because I think we all get a little biased the first time we're using something because you're just excited to have new makeup. You know, it's exciting to try new products. So the first time I tried these, I was so excited to be trying them. And also I didn't know that they were gonna stain at the time. So yeah, these stain like a mother. Why do people say that? What does that even mean? I'm looking at Bert. I said, what does it even mean to stain like a mother? I'm your mother and I don't stain things. Okay, well, Bert's had enough of me. But these truly do stain like a mother, and they stain so badly that it's not just like, you know how sometimes eyeshadow stains a little bit and you just gotta cleanse a little extra? No, 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 no. These are not like that. These are as if you put actual Sharpie on your face and then tried to wash it off, and you know how it leaves behind like that blue purple stain? Yeah, that's what the Colourpop QT Mark face stamps do. They are awful, and aside from just the staining, they're also kind of very cheaply made. Like, the shapes themselves are poorly printed. So the star has like a little, I don't know what you call it, a little nick on it. What do you call it when it has little things sticking out? So they're all just like lopsided and everything. They don't make good shapes. They are just bad all around. This was just a really bad, it felt really rushed. Like, the production itself felt rushed because these feel really cheaply made, and I don't normally feel that way about Colourpop stuff. I do find some of their products to start to be a little overpriced. I have noticed their prices have gone up, so I do feel like some of their stuff is overpriced, but this just feels like straight up rushed. Like this, I truly felt like I got scammed with these. I was so excited to try them because face stamps have been super popular. Milk Makeup has been doing them for a while, but they're a little more expensive, so I was excited to have some at a more affordable price point. But even for $8, I feel absolutely ripped off by these. I really don't like them, and I do have a dupe that I mentioned in that Makeup I Changed My Mind About video. CVS has a beauty brand. It's called Paparazzi, and they have face stamps that are amazing and don't stain at all, and the shapes are printed way better, and they're half the price. So definitely check out the Paparazzi brand next time you're at CVS. They have a lot of other stuff. I've only tried the face stamps, but I love the the face stamps way more than the Colourpop ones, and they're cheaper than the Colourpop ones. So I am definitely decluttering these Colourpop QT Mark face stamps. Oh my goodness, I forgot about another eye product. Oh, how silly of me. This is another one I'm gonna give to my mom. This is the Maybelline Color Strike Cream to Powder eyeshadow pen? Maybelline, I don't know about that. Where's the cream? I can't see the cream. Explain to me what the cream is. Wait, should I break this apart? No, I want to give it to my mom. Okay, well I just noticed it was cream to powder. I think there might be a little cream inside here, but the issue is I don't like not being able to see what I'm dipping my brush into. I love the idea of this, which is why I actually got my mom one of these in a different color for Christmas, because she told me that she's been looking for a more like one and done eyeshadow type of thing rather than a palette. So I bought one first to test it out for her, and I felt like it would be good for her because it's a little more subtle wash of color, but for me it's just not enough. Here, I'll swatch it for you. I got the color, what color do I have? Spark, which was actually their lightest color. I was hoping I could find like an inner corner highlight, but with how pale I am, this is not an inner corner highlight for me, unfortunately. But it is pretty. You can see it's got a nice little shift to it. But like what I said with the Trestique shadow stick, it's just not enough sparkle for me. I demand a lot of sparkle from my shimmers, and this just does not do it for me. But again, I really think my mom will like it. I am still just absolutely flabbergasted by what this cream to powder situation is. I think you won't be able to see it, but I'm pretty sure there's like a little cream inside there. I can kind of see that might be what it is, and it has this kind of like foam tip applicator here. It's a weird little contraption, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it is kind of a fun color strike, color swipe sort of a thing. But for me personally, as a lover of sparkles, this was not enough for me. So I'm going to be decluttering it from my collection, but hopefully giving it to my mom for her collection. Well, my mom gets lucky with a lot of these stuff. I forgot to give the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. Please don't ask me for any of this stuff, just because, you know, during pandemic times, it's just not good to share makeup. And also, before I throw anything away, I always like to offer it to friends and family, so just rest assured, nothing is getting wasted. The only things I will throw away is stuff that is dried out or expired. So yeah, that's the decluttering deal. Okay, moving on to something else. Oh my gosh, I have another eye product. I'm over here in the beginning of the video like, look at me, I have a lot of stuff in every category. I still do have stuff in every category. I just forgot that I also have an eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, remember Tati Beauty? I bought the Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette as soon as it launched, because at the time I was a Textured Neutrals gal. I really thought I was gonna get a lot of use out of this palette, and to be honest, for like the first 4 months, I did get a lot of use out of this palette. I didn't hit pan on this shade. I did a weird experiment where I chipped a bunch of this away with my tweezers to try to make a faux freckle thing. It didn't go well. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I did get pretty good use out of this palette. The mattes are really, really nice. I gotta give it to her. She did a great job with the mattes. The sequin shades, I just don't really like sequin shades anymore, but her formula is way better than Colourpop sequin formula. It's at least a little more purposeful, you know, it's not meant to be tapped away. It is like at least a part of the shadow. The metallics are extremely lackluster. If you noticed a pattern here, I like powerful metallics and shimmers, and these were just, you know, they're just kind of lame if I'm being honest. Like, they really don't do much. I would have rather her gone with like a satin formula. You can see there's like a little shift to them, but even the brown one almost looks like a satin. It's just pretty bland to me, and also I don't wear glitters like this. I don't know why I thought I was going to wear glitters like this, but I think what I'm going to do with this Tati Beauty palette is I'm going to depot a couple of the shades. Like, I might want to keep one of the glitters. Like, I might want to keep this glitter because that's kind of pretty, and maybe that glitter, and also maybe that matte shade, because I like to use this to set my eyes with. So I was wondering if I can pop these out. I think somebody has told me before that this palette is magnetic, so I thought it could be fun if I try to depot one on camera, and if I fail, then, you know, at least that's content, baby. Ugh, I don't want to. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna break the shadow. What do I do here? What if I try to, okay, I have an idea. I did a video like over a year ago deconstructing some of my eyeshadow palettes to, you know, try to put them in my own magnetic palette, and what I did for that was I just banged the palette really hard on a surface to try to like knock the shades out. So you think if I just bang it really hard on my knees, then they'll fall out? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's gonna work? Too bad I can't hear you, so if you said no, then just buckle up. Oh my god! They all popped down. I didn't think it would work. Oh, there's eyeshadow everywhere, but they did pop out. So, except for the shades I wanted to pop out. Oh boy, I tell you what, sometimes my Sagittarius moon just takes me away and my Virgo sun is just along for the ride. Okay, update, I got out the one shade I wanted to get out and the glitter literally broke and got everywhere, and now I am just absolutely covered in it. So if you also have the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1 palette and you're trying to depot it, banging it on a surface does work, but is it the wisest? I don't know. My suggestion would be, if you are gonna bang it on a surface, maybe do it on like your sink. That way there's easier cleanup so you don't end up like me, literally covered head to toe in glitter. Oh my gosh. So that wasn't my wisest move, but I am happy I was able to get the shades I wanted out of here, and that way I can declutter the rest of this palette, just because kind of lackluster formulas aside from the mattes to me, and kind of the sequins, glitters are fine, but I don't need this many variations of glitter. I also think some of them are too close in tone to each other, and I just don't get any use out of this palette anymore, and I think it's officially time for me to say goodbye to the Tati Beauty palette. You know how there's that Beyonce lyric, if you don't jump to put on jeans, you don't feel my pain? Well, if you haven't wiped glitter off your inner thighs before, then you don't know my pain, so. Oh god, that was a lot. That was a lot messier than I intended to get on this fine Sunday, but that's okay, we're moving right along. I am officially actually done with the eye section, so now we can move on to face. Let's talk about the NYX Tinted Skin Veil. So the only reason I'm decluttering this is because, one, it's absolutely expired by like a lot. It says it has a 6-month shelf life. Yeah, I've definitely had this for well over a year, but it's fine. I still do like this formula a lot. If I'm being completely honest, it's because it's expired, but also because the shade no longer matches me, because you guys aren't gonna believe this, but I used to see the sun a lot more. But to be honest, this may have oxidized. I don't think I've ever been this shade. I used to strongly misunderstand my undertones. I've come to terms with the fact over the last year that I have cool undertones. I used to strongly believe I had warm undertones. Ma'am, warm undertones where? I am pink and it's fine. So the shade I have now is Vanilla Nude. I know they do have a shade, I think that's called Ivory, that's more cool toned. So I definitely want to go back and get that, because this is a really nice formula. As you just saw, I don't know, I wiped it away, but as you saw from that swatch, it has really good coverage for being like a tinted moisturizer type of thing, and it gives a nice dewy finish without looking super shiny. My only gripe with it is that it never fully sets down, but you know what? Sometimes that's the vibe I'm going for. Hopefully someday when I do have to wear a mask all the time, I'll be able to rock this foundation a little more. So I'm definitely gonna go back and get another shade, because I really liked the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. But yeah, just my advice to you friends, know your undertones, you know? Take a quiz online. You know what's annoying about those quizzes though? They'll ask you silly questions like, do you look better in silver or gold jewelry? And I'm like, ma'am, I look great in both. And they say that that means you have neutral undertones, but like, I don't. I have cool undertones, but you can still look good in both types of jewelry. I don't know, I just feel like that's too confusing of a question to ask. They should ask different questions. But yeah, I have cool undertones. This foundation doesn't match me anymore, and I'm decluttering it. All right, moving right along, and I am ready to declutter this Ciate Extraordinary Setting Powder. I just don't like this powder, and I was using it for a long time because I just didn't know where to go next for a powder. I had tried the Coty Airspun, but it made me break out because of all the fragrance, but eventually I found a powder that I like. I've been using the Midas Cosmetics Zero Flaw Setting Powder, and I really like that one because it actually has some pigmentation to it and it gives me a little bit of brightening. My big gripe with the Ciate Extraordinary Setting Powder is it's supposed to be translucent, but I almost feel like it takes away coverage, if that makes sense. Like, it almost looks like it gives sort of like a grayness under my eyes. I don't know, it's weird. It does a fine job setting. Like when I'm using it in the center of my face to just, you know, do a little pore blurring, it does fine with that. But I find when it comes to the under eyes, it doesn't give me the brightening that I want. And honestly, I almost used all of it. I did a really good job. I don't know if you can see, there's only like that much left. It's so hard to measure with a powder, you know, but I reached the point where I found one that I liked better, and I've probably had this for longer than I should, and I'm just gonna declutter it. Okay, and the last face product I want to declutter, I thought about for so long. Oh my gosh, I did not want to declutter this, but you know what? It's time. I gotta move on, and I gotta say goodbye to my Fenty Killawatt highlight in the shade Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset, because I don't use this, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna use this. One, it doesn't work as a highlight on me, and I had used it as a blush before, and it's pretty as a blush, but I just don't reach for it as a blush, you know, because it's a very metallic-y blush, which just isn't always my vibe. You have to go very light-handed with this as a blush, and it's just not something I reach for often. I was trying to tell myself I would save it to use it as an eyeshadow, but we just went through that whole talk about how I need my shimmers to pack more of a punch than this, which like is not its fault. You know, it's meant for a face product that you can also use on the eyes, but it's just not quite enough for me. I keep telling myself I'm gonna save it, but realistically, the only time I ever reach for this is when I talk about how I never reach for this in a video. So I think it's finally time to declutter this. I don't know why I feel sad. This was like one of the first colorful products I ever tried. I was really excited to delve into color with this, and for a while I did wear this on my eyes all the time, but that's because I didn't own any colorful eyeshadows, you know? So I didn't have formula preferences then. Now I do. It's not my favorite formula for the eyes, and I never use it on the face, so Fenty Killawatt highlight, I'll miss you, but it's time to say goodbye. I'm decluttering it. Alrighty, moving on to the lips. I have two lip products here. The first one is from Jules Smith Beauty, which is actually, Jules Smith is like a jeweler that I guess has started coming out with makeup. I don't know if they still are. I got this in an Ipsy bag over 2 years ago, and I am decluttering this because it's expired. I actually went to put it on for today's video. Oh, it smells awful. I went to put it on for today's video because I was like, let me give it a last chance, because it is a really pretty color. I'm not gonna put it on because it really smells awful, but it has this really pretty pinky gold shift, but I don't love the applicator. It's super tiny. You have to dip in so many times to get it out. It also has no fragrance to it. It stinks now, but it never had any fragrance to it, and if you're not new to my channel, you know I require a fragrance in my lip products. If you're gonna be living right under my nose, you gotta smell good, you know? That's my requirement. I like my lip products to smell good, and this one never smelled like anything, and also it's expired now, and it's expensive too. Like I said, I got this in an Ipsy bag, but this would be $18 to repurchase. Yeah, no thanks, and I definitely could not in good conscience recommend that to you guys. So I'm gonna be saying goodbye to this Jules Smith Beauty gloss, and another gloss I'm saying goodbye to should be no surprise if you saw my last products I changed my mind about video, and that is, I'll do a little ASMR for you. I'll open it up in front of the mic. Oh, was that the grossest noise you've ever heard in your whole life? It's the Colourpop Lux Lip Gloss. Yeah, this is nasty. I know it seems like I'm being dramatic, and I am a dramatic lady, but this is a nasty, nasty, nasty gloss. I have not had it for that long. I've had it for less than a year, and it totally turned on me. I loved this when I first got it. It just went so bad. It got thicker. The color changed. It did not used to be this color. It used to be, I don't know, it used to look like more pinky, and now it's kind of turned brown. I feel like Colourpop glosses don't last all that long, which is unusual to me. I noticed that with their juicy lip glosses too. I don't know what they're called. You know, the ones that come in like the squishy tubes. I had the shade Princess Cut. I'll put a picture of it here. I think it was their So Juicy lip gloss. I decluttered that last year after only having it for like 6 months. It turned cloudy, and I never wore that gloss with colors. Like, I only ever wore it on its own, so it didn't make sense for it to get cloudy since I wasn't mixing it with anything, and the color totally turned. It was just weird. So I don't know what's up with Colourpop lip glosses, but I feel like they never last that long, and this I don't see an expiration date on. You know, maybe it did reach its expiration date, but I just find with other lip glosses of mine, I can at least get a year out of them, you know? So this was weird that it turned so quickly on me, and it's just nasty, nasty, nasty. You couldn't pay me to put it on my lips again. I did it in my last video. I'm not doing it again because that was gross and it tasted awful and so gross. So yeah, we are decluttering this Colourpop Lux Lip Gloss. Alrighty, and that's everything I have to declutter today. I'd say that was a pretty pretty good declutter for the day. I'm decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14 products. Are you kidding me? That's a really good declutter. I am gonna take that. Wowee. I feel great about that. That is gonna help me make room for some new products maybe, or just make more room on my desk. Honestly, I could really use the space on my desk. My desk is a mess right now, even with all of these products taken off of it. So again, let me know if you want to watch me organize my makeup collection. Maybe it'll give me the motivation to do it, because for now I just like clear a tiny space to make room for like the makeup I'm currently using, and it's just an absolute disaster over there. So let me know if you want to see that, or just leave me a comment encouraging me to clean my makeup desk. That would help me. I do well with encouraging words, so I'd love to hear from you. And I thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing any of my other decluttering videos, last year I did a whole series. I broke it down category by category and everything, so I'll definitely link that down below in case you're interested. I hope you liked this video. I'd love to have you subscribe. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're always a good, fun, sweet time. Definitely check out my description box for all of the makeup on my face today. Also in my description box, I have a bunch of Black Lives Matter resources. I also have resources to help the Asian American community right now. Here in the United States, the Asian American community has been experiencing a high volume of hate crimes, and it's just absolutely awful what's going on. Recently, 8 people were murdered in Atlanta, which is incredibly sad. And so I'm gonna link a bunch of resources down below as to how you can help out the Asian American community right now. So please check out those links if you haven't yet. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!